Hello and welcome, chat, to the latest episode on Anfield Road TV. Second watch along of the World Cup. Don't be worrying, I'm not covering every single match. But hope you're all well, morning, evening, wherever you are watching from around the world. Let us know how your thoughts on the first game, of course. Mexico starting off to an absolute flyer in the tournament. Obviously one of the three host nations. Obviously it's going to be fascinating how tonight's game does go and unfold, really. Obviously, South Korea against Czechia, anyway. Some very familiar names, some not so familiar names as well for some of us. But as we said in the Mexico game, it's all about finding some new players. Obviously, all the scouts will be absolutely all over the place in terms of the stadiums and scouting players for future teams, obviously, for the upcoming season. So, yeah. As you can see from the starting 11, obviously the benches and for both sides anyway. But if you are new to Anfield Road TV, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Be very much appreciated as well, everyone. It goes a long way, really helps the channel. And yeah, we are a Liverpool channel, but we just love football anyway, as you can guess, doing the World Cup watch-alongs anyway. So yeah, we'll go through the starting 11 for both sides anyway. If you missed the results earlier on in the day, obviously Mexico did win 2-0 against South Africa. Obviously Quinson, I've done that many videos and content anyway, but Mexico won 2-0. Obviously Raul Jimenez getting his first World Cup goal anyway at home was phenomenal. Obviously at the age of 35 as well. That is really good going. Obviously, the Azteca, a fantastic stadium, fully packed. It was, and yeah, a delivery on the second goal was absolutely superb as well. So, yeah, if anyone watched that game, let us know your thoughts on that. Your score predictions going into this game, because it should be good. If anyone's watched, especially obviously South Korea, Japan as well, the football is developing, as we said, as we mentioned with the Mexico game, and even I know a lot of people, don't be surprised for me. Obviously the dark horses for me in this tournament, Ecuador. I do feel they've got a very strong defence, but it's their attack. And on Valencia, he's still playing. He must be about 60 anyway for Ecuador, but they've got a solid back line. So keep an eye on Ecuador. I always say Japan. They were fantastic in Qatar as well, done really well. A fantastic footballing side. And even put Japan and even South Korea and Czechia as well. Obviously Czech Republic. Yeah, got a lot of European pedigree. Big up there, Tom. How are we there? You still working, lads? Anyway, I was gonna say, nice one for tuning in, mate. But yeah, let us know your thoughts, Reds, and just general footballing fans as well. Can't wait to see who win as well. Big up there, Tom. All the Toms are in the comment section below tonight. Big up there. Orange is saying South Korea will win. Hope. Yeah, it would be nice to see South Korea win. Obviously, Heung-min Son and the lads anyway. But we'll go with obviously South Korea. Obviously starting with, looks like they're playing a 3-4-2-1. I think it is anyway. But in terms of their team, you've got Kim, you've got Lee, Kim, Lee, So, Hwang, Peik, Lee, and Son as well. Heung-min Son, that is, leading the line for South Korea. And, of course, for Czechia this evening, you've got Gvar. Czechia looking like they're playing a 3-4-2-1 formation as well. It's going to be fascinating, chat. We've seen South Africa deploy a 5-back. But in international tournaments, it's obviously in European competition. When we watch the Champions League, Arteta would certainly play a back 10 if he was managing Spain in the World Cup or whoever. Play a load of centre halves, Arteta, wouldn't he? If he was the international manager, maybe in the future anyway. But yeah, you will see in the World Cup a lot of 5-backs. A lot of teams are setting up in a 3-back, but it's just obviously the full-backs. We mentioned Czechia in a second. You've got Kufal and you've got Zeleny as well on that, basically orthodox full-backs as well. Sets as a back, starts as a 3 and then transitions into a 5 in defensive transitions as well. So yeah, it will be a recurring theme this tournament for a lot of the smaller nations. No disrespect to the other teams anyway, which is understandable when you're coming against like Spain, England's the good as well. Obviously Portugal, especially France as well. It's going to be a bit crazy if you're from a lesser nation not playing a five back against them. But at the end of the day, if I was an international manager, I'd try your best to go for it anyway, because as we mentioned with Japan as well, Japan done well against Spain and Germany in previous World Cups, where you've got the lesser nations, sometimes surprising, but it's when you get into that knockout football where the more expansive, exciting games of football do tend to happen anyway. So in terms of Czechia, so you've got in goal Kavar, Chopaluk, Redank as well, Krejci, Kufal, Thomas Suchek, Sojka as well, as we mentioned, Zeleny as well down that left hand side. It's a midfield four, but as I said, with Kufal and Zeleny playing as full backs anyway, but they transition into the midfield. And then the forward three for Czechia this evening, you've got Provod, and then you've got Sulik and Pascal Schick as well. Pascal Schick, obviously the Bayer Leverkusen forward, was utilised by Xabi Alonso really well. Very experienced. He's been to many international tournaments. Obviously, I thought he was a bit more older. He's only 30 anyway. But a very experienced veteran. And I say even at the age of 30, he is a veteran striker. He's played in Euros, he's played in World Cups as well. He's done there, worn the t-shirts anyway. So you know what it's all about. But in terms of South Korea as well, you've got Son, you've got Joe, you've got Kim, Cho, Lee, Kastrop as well, Kim, Park, Bae, Cho, Hwang, Oh, Yang and Imam as well. And then for Czechia, you've got Stanek, Horidaki, Zima, Holes, Hizech as well, Durada, Jaraska, and I do apologise on some of these pronunciations. Chat, you've got Kiev, you've got Sidilik, Duranda as well, and then you've got Vinsky, Kuchke as well, and then you've got Chiel as well, and then Chori, the absolute BFG. Big friendly giant anyway, that fella. He's about 10 foot. If you've not seen him play, obviously he does play for Slavia Prague. So there's a lot of Slavia Prague players anyway, obviously playing in the Czech league. But yeah, a lot of experience. Obviously some of the big names that do, well, not big names, but the familiar names for some Premier League fans, of course. Thomas Suchek, obviously West Ham midfielder. It will be interesting. You'd expect him to stay at West Ham and get them back into the Premier League. Former West Ham fullback as well, Kufal. Obviously went to the Bundesliga, and since he's arrived at Hoffenheim, he is 33 as well, chap. But if no one did watch, I've seen a lot of his highlights this season, and he's done really well by all accounts. I think Hoffenheim, they got Champions League football this season. I'm pretty sure he did, or they got European competition anyway. But everyone was raving about Kufal. Just goes to show, if you do leave the Premier League and the experience that a lot of these players have had, yeah, if you can do it in the Premier League. He wasn't a right back that set the world alight anyway in the Premier League, but he done a sound job, to say the least. Not amazingly, but just done a job in the Premier League. And then obviously the Wolves centre half, obviously Krejci as well. The 27-year-old centre half. I think he's left footed anyway. Yeah, obviously he's Wolves. It's going to be fascinating if Suchek and Krejci as well do stay down there in obviously the Championship, and trying to get both of those clubs back into back into the Premier League as well. But obviously it's Thomas Suchek. I'd expect him to stay, a bit like Jared Bowen as well. But as we've seen with teams when they've gone into the Championship and then just look at Leicester as well. The one thing, if West Ham, they need to bounce back straight away, but if they don't, then I think that's where they will come to a bit of financial struggles as well. But it's been going to be fascinating. But in terms of the South Korea, I'm going to be honest. I know obviously some of the players, obviously the two big names that stand out for me. Four, sorry. I do notice some familiar names anyway. Obviously Kim, the Bayern Munich centre-half, 29-year-old centre-half, did play for Napoli. I suppose he's aged loads. I thought he was a bit more younger, Kim, in all honesty. But obviously the Bayern Munich centre-half, when he used to play for Napoli, was very impressed with him. And then obviously you've got going into the midfield. You're looking at obviously you've got Hwang that plays for Feyenoord. Chas. I was trying to find obviously Kangin Lee. Obviously he's only 25 years old, but yeah, if no one's watched this lad play, really good. I think when people have analysed right wingers or right attacking midfielders or right wingers in Europe as a possible Salah replacement, surprisingly he has come up in some suggestions as well. In terms of the data, might that be ads anyway? But yeah, you're not a PSG. We know how good Paris Saint-Germain is at the minute, like just stacked with talent. Even though Kangi Lee doesn't get in the side, but he's meant to be really good, and it'd be fascinating to see him play tonight in terms of how good he can just really unleash him against Czechia tonight. So keep an eye on Kangin Lee as well. And then obviously Heung-min Son, even though he is 33 years old, I think he'll be hoping for a good tournament for his South Korean side anyway. LA players obviously moved to the MLS anyway for LAFC. Just want to check how many goals he got this season. In terms of this season, played 21 games, only got 2 goals, but he got 15 assists. Heung-min Son anyway. And then obviously the year before, the year in which he did play, that he did move to the MLS. It's mad how obviously I didn't know he had been there for 2 years. Obviously moved from Tottenham in 2025 anyway, but that first season in the MLS he played 13 games, scored 12 and assisted 3 as well. So they're getting a good return on the investment, LAFC anyway. But even Son at 33, even Son playing in that league up until if he was to play until he's 40, for me he'd still provide quite a good fair output anyway in that regard. And just having a little look at Lee for Paris Saint-Germain, and even he got 5 goals, 4 assists anyway. He played for quite a fair bit, 43 games for Paris Saint-Germain, so he was one of those players that played a fair amount of games. You do look at obviously Vitinha and other players in that Paris Saint-Germain side. Even Ousmane Dembele, everyone was going a bit mad, saying, how's Ousmane Dembele? I think he might have been voted Ligue 1 Player of the Season, and he hadn't played that many minutes. I think he had played under 2,000 minutes in the French League. So yeah, Lee played really a lot of games for Paris Saint-Germain this season. I'm just trying to figure out some of the other players that I do recognise in terms of players that I might have seen play. Not gonna lie to you, chat anyway, just having a little quick look, see if any other players stand out for me in terms. Obviously Hwang Yi-chan, obviously the Wolves forward. Probably expect him to still be at Wolves, if I'm being honest, unless I've missed something. Obviously the Wolves forward, I think he'll do well, in all honesty, in the Championship. Obviously 2 years ago he did get 13 goals in the Premier League. So he's a good forward. I'm a bit surprised not really started him anyway, but fair enough. So any other players as well. So they're to me, in all honesty, chat. It's going to be fascinating in terms of, hopefully we do see quite a lot of, not just in this game tonight, but across the tournament, some players that were just like taken aback by really, and just being very surprised as well. Tonight's first game for the next. Yeah, it's second Tom. It was good to actually see as well. Big up there, Ants. Right, Jack. You seen? No, we haven't seen that. We mentioned that before. And crazy weather conditions. Hopefully everyone is okay. And obviously safe and well. But you just got to be very careful if you are going out to the States. PSG going, yeah, seen that as well. Obviously, we can't mention that now anyway, but we will speak about that in tomorrow's episodes anyway. I know we're doing quite a lot of World Cup content, but we will do some Liverpool streams as well along the way. So just put your bell notification on, chat, if you haven't already done so, just so you do get notified. And if you're not, and just if you've got your notifications on, click it off and then put it back on, just so, because I know sometimes when people have got the notifications on, they don't get the notifications when we are going live, or the video does go live as well. So yeah, and that's going to be a bit mad, innit, in all honesty. I think we'll all be a bit disappointed, but and I don't know how you feel, or chat, any Reds out there, what does that signal? We'll speak about it a bit later in the morning anyway in the Liverpool show, but yeah, that to me signals, but in all honesty, that if they are going for Fernandes, obviously the West Ham number 6, and Somerville, then are they going to be selling one or two players, whether that be a Bradley Barcola? And I'll post that back to you or anyone in chat. That to me suggests that they might be needing to make room. They'll certainly need to make room for especially if they sign those 3 lads anyway. I think that's the last one, Alklich, completely butchered that, so apologies. Doubt he's watching anyway. But the lad that plays for Monaco, isn't it? I think I remember Dave and Bart doing a couple of podcasts on him anyway. Very highly regarded. The Monaco, I think, right side of the attacker anyway. Check out obviously Anfield Index as well, chat, if you haven't already done so. Subscribe. Yeah, Answer's seen that as well, mate. He was coming into this tournament as well, though, Buds, in terms of he was always going to be touch and go in regards to his injuries, and like he was coming into the tournament injured. But yeah, it's fair enough that Endo, he stepped aside, and obviously he's not wanting to take up another position. I think he has been replaced a bit like Senesi as well. I think there's that video going around on socials of his him and his girlfriend or wife or whatever, being, I think they were on Halsey in Miami, somewhere very hot anyway, and he got the phone call and his girlfriend or wife's going, made up for him. It was good to see, but I was a bit surprised that he didn't get called up, in all honesty, given how good he's been for Bournemouth. It's just sadly he's going to Tottenham anyway. What's he doing? But they must have threw a big bag of money at Senesi. Fair play to the lad. Big up there. And a question, Jack, if the defensive, I'm guessing if defensive midfield not going to sign, would you take 90 DPM? Who's that? Sorry, mate. Who is that? Who is that, Ant? Trying to figure out who that you mean. Who's that? It is 2:30 anyway, so trying to think who you mean. Jack. Oh, I'm guessing you mean Dom, mate. Anyway, yeah, I'm guessing you mean Dom. DPM. I was wondering. I'm guessing you mean Dom, mate. I'm pretty sure you put another message to clarify that. But yeah, as I said, and I think you commented on my video done this week about Dom. Yeah, I'd sell Dom, in all honesty. Not that I want to sell him, but on the video that I done with the TikTok, not just for Dom, but for any Liverpool player, with having 2 years left on the deal, the Liverpool need to not be allowing players to leave on like free transfers, mate. Like, if he's not going to be signing a new contract, I'm saying to Dom and his agents, if you're not signing a new deal at Liverpool, and hopefully Liverpool are clamping down on it and just saying, right, we're going to give you and your clients 2 months. We're going to give you an offer, and we're going to give you a couple of offers, and if you're not signing this new deal, then we're going to be looking to sell you. And if they don't want to go, force them to go anyway, because Liverpool we can't financially continue to lose players. Like losing Trent for 10 million, he's a 50-60 million pound player. Kanate was a 50 million pound player. And don't get me wrong, it's not the players. Like it's the players and the club's fault. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the sporting director. It's your job to get players signed up to new contracts and manage the contract lengths as well. So yeah, mate, if a 90 million, 100 million pound bid coming for Dom, I'd get rid. In all honesty, I'd rather that than lose him on a free in like a year and a half's time or whenever his contract runs out. Yeah, it's a bit before my time anyway, mate. But land of the Giants, lads. That's all of them. For saying could terminate 3 contracts with Wolves as well, with manager being sacked. Trippier, saying could terminate. Interesting, that, in all honesty. And obviously they've just appointed their new manager, haven't they? Obviously they signed Trippier, and who was it as well? Jimenez, we mentioned today. Obviously, Raul Jimenez signing that new deal as well to be the Wolves' new number 9 again. I was just a bit surprised that Jimenez left Wolves, in all honesty. It just felt right, him being at Wolves. Possibly sees Emery going as well. Yeah, he's a good player. Very good. Just goes to, it's PSG just stacked at the minute, aren't they? Chat. They're just so good. So good in every single department. We mentioned obviously Lee, the forward as well for Paris Saint-Germain. Even he can't get in the side, and he's meant to be really good as well. So yeah, there'll be many. If new players are coming in, then Paris Saint-Germain will need to sell some players. If I'm being honest, chat, I know everyone's waxing lyrical about Yan Diomande, but if I had 100 million and I wanted to sign a right winger, I'd be putting 100 million into Desiree Doué. You're not going to get him, but for me, if you can't get Elise, then me personally, I'd put a bid in of 100 million for Desiree Doué. That'd probably only get us left boot, in all honesty. But yeah, Yan Diomande is a great player. But if the opportunity was there to sign Desiree Doué, yeah, I think all of us would sell our houses to get him anyway. He's a fantastic. Yeah, I'd rather Desiree Doué over Yan Diomande personally, but Desiree Doué not even in the conversation, is he? He's not going to be available, and Paris Saint-Germain aren't going to sell him. Just goes to show the quality. Obviously, looks like they might have to sell Barcola, but I'm pretty sure Paris Saint-Germain, if they do, won't be losing too much sleep over that as well. Consistently, yeah, all good there. I'm sorry, mate. It's just, I knew eventually you meant there. It took me a while, so apologies. But yeah, we can constantly let players down contracts. Yeah, it's crazy, mate, innit? But as we know, as we spoke about, as I've done a show today, and many people, when you went to any social media content you are consuming by Liverpool, having the talk is now the younger players will be getting a bit more. Well, not a lot more than just a bit more. There's going to be a lot more emphasis on the younger players. Over Liverpool are signing some players, then I think they might be in the bracket of like 22 to like 25, 26. Players that you can grow and develop as well. Look what we've done with Salah. Look what we've done with Mane as well. Bobby Firmino when we signed them. Fabinho as well. And Virgil even. I think, how much was Virgil? I think it was like 24, 25 or whatever he was, wasn't he? So, yeah, buying players so we can grow the team into like the peak. You only have to look at Paris Saint-Germain. We've mentioned Paris Saint-Germain many times tonight. But the scary thing is, you look at their side, they've already won 2 back-to-back Champions Leagues. They could go on, if they keep the core of their side, and as long as no other team develops past them anyway, in all honesty, you could look at, I honestly think Paris Saint-Germain could do 3, 4, 5 Champions Leagues in the run. I know that might sound a bit mad, but if they keep their core of their side, and they keep on developing with Luis Enrique, yeah, everyone was going, they've never won a Champions League, but you could surpass certain clubs in London as well anyway. Nice one, Paris Saint-Germain, for that win in the final. But yeah, funnily enough, well, not funnily enough when we played them, but yeah, just annoying that we've been beaten by the 2-time champions anyway. Like, at least when we look back on it and we can go, how did we get knocked out? Oh, we got knocked out by Paris Saint-Germain. Those years, they went on to win the competition. It's annoying. Don't get us wrong anyway, but yeah. But overall, over those 2 legs, well, over the 4 legs over the last 2 years, it's night and day, really. Just far not good enough. And I love chat. We mentioned it before, didn't we? On the Mexico game. And as soon as I finished up the live chat, I just looked on social media, and everyone was a bit like all of us in the live comments. Everyone was going berserk because apparently, I don't know. I think I read people were saying BBC aren't going to be going over to the United States, or they aren't. Do you know, like ITV had that lovely picturesque, like, look at this. Chat, is that the Brooklyn Bridge? I know Mister said before, Brooklyn Bridge, or I think it's the Brooklyn Bridge, or one of the main bridges in New York anyway. It's fantastic. It's all in the pitch black, but I'll tell you, yeah, fantastic. As I said before, give a wage increase to the location scout, obviously for the production team on ITV. Done a fantastic job there. Beautiful, lovely. Very expensive to live in New York anyway, but it's nice if you can do that anyway. But yeah, really adds to the production level as well, chat. Sadly, I haven't got a Anfield behind me anyway, a balcony or whatnot. But yeah, Patrick Schick, big up there, Jan. Patrick Schick to make Czechia win as well. Yeah, I do like Patrick Schick. He's a bit of a throwback to a British number 9 anyway. He's a big lad, 6'3", 6'4". Likes to get involved with a lot of it. Quinos as well there, chat. I was trying to think about the Mexican forward's name anyway. Even though I've done a TikTok and a whole 2.5 hour stream of commentating on him anyway. But yeah, if you missed that one, you know someone out there has put a little cheeky little bet on there being over 2.5 red cards in a game. You just know someone's done that. And whoever has, then they've become a multi-millionaire. Because 3 red cards. The record in a World Cup, as we said before, was 4 anyway. But we were very close to that happening anyway in the first group game. Start buying from. Don't be surprised. Some starts avoid. Yeah, I think that's been the big thing, innit? We'll speak about that tomorrow. On the Liverpool show. Yeah, it's just the French league. Well, anyone loves Premier League money, don't they? The Premier League has got so much money. It's unbelievable. Like the Serie A, Bundesliga, Ligue 1, they're all looking at it in England and going, we'll have a bit of that dough, please. So yeah, we've got more money than sense, in all honesty. Yeah, but yeah, it's so it's gonna be a bit mad, in all honesty. But as you said there, Anton, I think a lot of people have said, will Liverpool? We surely have to be going to other leagues to buy players, because even Elliot Anderson, come on, great player, but he's not worth 120 million. I'm sorry. I think I done a show on Anfield Index yesterday, and we spoke to her in chat as well, and I said on that show yesterday, like 70 million used to get you a player like Zidane. Yes, the prices have always risen. Like 70 million is now probably like the 120, 130, 140 in terms of the exchange rate and all that, and the increases. But like value for money now in today's market, very rarely do you get value for money. So it's gonna be a bit mad. But yeah, it's crazy, mate. So hopefully Liverpool, when we do buy a player, if we're not buying from the Premier League, then our data lads are doing the business because yeah, and we mentioned that as well. Nice one, bud. Nice one, chat, as well. Keep on getting your comments in as well, everyone. Do drop a like on the video and do let us know. Yeah, in terms of release clause, it's going to be good, mate. If anyone's missed that as well, chat, it looks like FIFA have become and that's law now, innit? Going into the future, there's going to be release clauses in contracts, which is going to be massively beneficial. And I think FIFA must have been watching my video done yesterday, because I said there has to be some form of release clauses in contracts. Because at the end of the day, if you're like a Saicedo or Brighton, and Alexis McAllister at Brighton. The good thing about Alexis McAllister's agent and Alexis himself, they pre-agreed a buyout. Well, I think he signed a new contract, didn't he? But there was a release clause in his contract. So if a player goes to Bournemouth, goes to Brighton, goes to Brentford, and their agents, well, that's all changing now by law, the FIFA law. In the contracts, there will have to be buyout clauses in all these contracts, because I think it's all to do with like player rights as well in terms of and all that. But I'm sorry, if your agent's not getting you a good contract with a buyout, then that's your agent's not really doing his job properly, is he? So the future, you'll have something stupid. You'll have like 500, 600 million pound release clauses into players' contracts that aren't really good. But there will be the exception to certain situations where, ideally, if you're a player, and Liverpool probably might lose players in the future, but if that happens, as long as Liverpool are doing proper due diligence, really, and thinking about when we if we say pre-signing Dominic Szoboszlai, if we put £100 million release clause in that contract, a bit like when Rio Ingemua does sign a new contract, and any players in the future as well. Ideally, Liverpool will have our thinking caps on, and hopefully we don't put any silly, cheap release clauses in contracts. So, but time will tell, not just for Liverpool, but yeah, it needed to happen because some clubs were just keeping football players hostage for silly money, in all honesty. Like the Caicedo, Alex Scott, 80 million, Anderson 120. It's just getting ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Still no strange that Mo literally walked out on. Salah Ante will be getting wherever he goes, mate. Even if he go, I think he was linked with Turkey this week. But wherever he goes, Ante he'll be making more than 40 million. He'll be making quadruple probably that anyway. Yeah, if he goes to Saudi, he'll be getting handsomely paid. Probably certainly be earning more than Cristiano Ronaldo, and he deserves it, Mel. All the great work he's done, even for Liverpool, on and off the pitch as well. And a bit like him and Sadio Mane and most footballers these days, they do so much like charity work and like stuff that you don't see off the pitch. But a load of them don't do it for the cameras. In all honesty, and that's the beauty of footballers and just people in general as well. When you've just got normal people doing charity work or charity initiatives for anything really, for great causes as well. It really does. That's one thing that's a pet peeve of mine as well. When it's like you don't, if you're gonna do it, don't do it with like a camera as well. Like you don't need to be. In some situations, if you're promoting a very good cause and it's good, but I do think there's some people out there, the very rare few people out there that do it for the cameras and like, oh look, I'm giving to charity. It's like, no, you shouldn't be needing a camera to publicly say that you're giving money to charity and all that. But there's a load of people that do that, and they haven't got any negative things about that. So yeah, the good thing is, if it's a great charity and you create good publicity and you create even more money for those charities as well, that's where it is a very big positive as well. So yeah, but yeah, Mo will be getting more than 40 million, mate. He'll make that up in probably a week anyway in Saudi or even in Turkey as well. I think they offered him in Turkey, Fenerbahce, apparently the latest rumour this week was like 90 odd million for like a 2-3 year contract, which is scary money, but it's footballer wages anyway. Yeah, and Patrick Berger, yeah. I was going to say just before my time anyway, but yeah, it's great when you get older and you can properly appreciate football as well. Obviously, Patrick Berger, former Liverpool player anyway, but obviously Milan Baros as well. He was meant to be good back in the day, wasn't he? Obviously, did play for Liverpool. Obviously, he was in the Champions League squad against AC Milan, but he scored a couple of goals, didn't he, for Czechia. the Bulls soon. Yeah, 100%, 100%. It will certainly burst, mate. And it's the teams that will suffer will be the teams at like the bottom of the footballing pyramids as well. So yeah. 1 second there, just. Yeah. I was wondering why there was so many bloody comments. I was like, mate, nice one. But it's all come from Ant anyway, but it's alright, I banned him. A spammer. In Spain, when release clauses get paid, players have to go to the bank and money. Yeah, there was that famous story that I don't know how true it was. Was it David De Gea? But apparently, I don't know if it was true or false or whatever, but I remember Sky Sports reporting on it, and it turned out to be a massive porky pie anyway. Was it David De Gea? People like turned up to David De Gea to negotiate for them, and it was like a prank or something, or like the fax machine and nonsense like that anyway. But yeah, it's mad in an ant. Or is it? If anyone watches WWE, I don't watch it anyway, but it's like money in the bank, cash in your briefcase or whatever. But obviously, Czech Republic did knock out Denmark in the qualifiers, didn't they? Yeah, all good, Ant, all good. You know what you meant, but chat, make sure you drop a like on the video as well. And you're expecting to win this game, chat, in all honesty. You do look in terms of the other fixtures that we've got on today. Don't be worrying, chat. I will be going to bed after this stream anyway. Do a Liverpool stream in the morning, and then obviously got work later on. But looking at some of the other, I think just checking on the board, my next game is. Don't know why I'm looking over there. I've got my phone in front of me. So next scheduled stream. If you go on the channel chat on Anfield Road TV, you'll be able to hopefully. I've tried to schedule a couple of streams ahead, so you can see what's coming. Anyway, I haven't scheduled a Liverpool stream at the minute, chat. I'll do that before I go to bed. So you'll see that hopefully a bit more in the morning when you wake up. Anyway. So in terms of the next World Cup watch along stream, it will be. Where is it? So the next one will be it will be USA versus Paraguay. That will be on Saturday. 1 o'clock. Will be live. I think it's a 2 o'clock. It's a 2 a.m. start anyway. Well, that should be a good one. USA versus Paraguay, and then obviously we've got Qatar versus Switzerland. The big one I'm looking forward to, is Brazil versus Morocco. That should be a very, very good game. Just looking at some of the other fixtures as well. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a Scotland shirt anyway. Yeah, Scottish ancestry anyway. The Scottish roots. Sadly, I haven't got the height of the Scottish that missed a generation quite clearly. But all my other cousins are absolute giants anyway. I'm just a hobbit. But yeah, go on Scotland. So yeah, in terms of the back line, you got Lee, Kim, Lee, obviously So, Hwang, So as well, Lee and Min-son and Lee up front as well. Looks like South Korea are playing a 3-4-3 formation. I think they've got Min-son through the middle. I think it is anyway, through the middle. So it's going to be fascinating in terms of seeing them. Yeah, we should do one. Yeah, especially with this manager. I think all of us, bud. In all honesty, chat, we didn't anticipate even Rio or Trainioni. I think if Arne Slot was still in charge, chat, I think he would have been. Yeah, Arne Slot. I think Rio and Gamua. It's fascinating that those reports come out. Was it this week of Bayern Munich sniffing around Rio and Gamua for a possible deal? You can probably understand why he kind of entertained those talks. Obviously, I think he turns 18 next month. Rio and Gamua. It might be this month or next month. I think it's when I was looking at the contracts anyway. This month was. I think I know Darwin's birthday is this month anyway. He's going to be turning 27. And chat, I know everyone shouted at the fact that like they don't want Nunes. I was a bit surprised by like some of the. So I was nearly dying here. I was dying of laughter really, as were a lot of people anyway. But like some people absolutely despise the thought of Liverpool getting Nunes again. Like everyone was going, there's a reason why we got rid of him. But it's like we're not going to be bringing him as our main number 9. We've got Isaac and Ekatike. I think everyone's kind of forgetting we've got no Ekatike for 7-8 months and probably a year because. End of the day, we don't want to be rushing Hugo Ekatike back, do we? So, yeah, give him a 12-year, not a 12-year contract, 12-month contract or a 2-year contract. But, yeah. And, throwback. Yeah, Ryan Kent. Let's bring Ryan Kent and Harry Wilson as well. But they both, big up there, Kev. How are we, lad? Subsham. Alright, lad. How are we? Kev, did you watch the Mexico game, lad? It's gonna be interesting. Do drop a like on the video as well, Reds. But yeah, that Azteca chat. Yeah, what a stadium. Maybe one day I'd love to go. But yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed I never went to the San Siro. San Siro, is the San Siro getting fully knocked down, or they building around it, or inside the stadium? But yeah, obviously San Siro was kind of falling down, wasn't it, anyway? Old historic stadium. But yeah, the Azteca in Mexico City, I think it is anyway. Pele, Maradona, all the great players have played in that stadium, and obviously Raul Jimenez now as well. So, but yeah, how are we, Kev? Nice one for tuning in, bud. But yeah, Ryan Kent is, what was it, throwback to 2012 or whenever we had both of them. Ryan Kent and Harry Wilson. get the band back together anyway. Yeah, as you said there. Yeah, where is Connor Cody now? I'm guessing Connor Cody's went into media, like presenting and that, because I think he's really good. He comes across really good, speaks very well. So yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Or is Connor Cody playing for another club, chat, or have I completely missed it? And last time I checked, he was at Wrexham. Has he moved? I knew he was at Wrexham, but has he gone somewhere else now? Or is he wasn't playing for Hull, was he? Seen a lot of it. Yeah. Red card for you. In a bit, lad. San Siro still has another year left, methinks. Oh, yeah. I need to get past the front door first, lad. See you, Kev. Yeah, before going to the San Siro. But yeah, no, it would be a nice stadium. That would be one thing, seeing the Milan derby. But yeah, remember, did he? No, obviously, yeah. In the Europa League days, chat. What was it? Channel 5, Channel 5 days. The Reds. I know we had a very difficult season last year in terms of just the football we were watching was diabolical. But yeah, could you remember the days of it? Was it Channel 5 we used to be on? Channel 5, Channel 4. When Gerrard was playing against Napoli, when Napoli had like Lavezzi, Cavani. Hamsik as well. Remember that? That was some Napoli team back in the day. Wow. But yeah. Hopefully we're not into the Europa League until a very long time. But yeah. Might actually have a chance of winning something if we're in that tournament though. Yeah. Certainly can't draw PSG again. Anyway. But what we're gonna do, chat, are we expecting Liverpool to get Paris Saint-Germain for it? There's no way. I'll say there's no way we can get them for the third time. Knowing our luck, we'll get them in the group stage, obviously in one of our fixtures, and then we'll get them in like the last 8 or something stupid again. But yeah, just South Korea, they've always done well though. Like, and it's fantastic to see. As we mentioned, some of the key players for South Korea. Obviously Son, Lee as well, the Paris Saint-Germain winger. They've got and obviously Kim and Bayern Munich. Like, you are seeing a lot more players from, like, especially Japan and even Japan, South Korea, going to European competitions as well. There's a lot of lads, certainly a lot of Japanese players in the Bundesliga. They're doing quite well as well. So, but the bigger exposure for all the players really. You can even mention Morocco as well today on the other stream. The Morocco have invested very heavily into their infrastructure and their development as well. So, yeah, it's good. It is good. I went Real Madrid. Kev, no, we said that last season, didn't we? You just knew. Hang on, who's a player that we've sold? Well, as you mentioned, Nico, Ibu. We're probably destined to get Ibu again and then start booing Trent again. But they look like, as a chap, they wanted to sign a new right. Well, they've just signed a right back, haven't they? Yeah, well, I was going to say, I do feel sorry for Trent, but in all honesty, he should never have left Liverpool. That's his brother and his agency that moving for. Yes, I bet you if you'd asked Trent, not in front of the cameras and that, I'm pretty sure if you'd asked him, do you regret moving? He'd probably say yeah. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans wouldn't take him back anyway. But yeah, they've just signed Dumfries. I don't think he's a completely different player to Trent, in all honesty. You know what? I think it was. I don't think he's publicly said it, Mourinho, but I've listened to a lot of Spanish journalists and even Italian Serie A correspondents as well when he spoke about, obviously, Mourinho at Inter Milan. But yeah, apparently Mourinho looks at Dumfries as the new Maicon. Obviously, Maicon for Mourinho's Inter Milan side was an absolute menace, not just for Inter, but for Brazil as well. Was it the 2012 World Cup? Was it when Maicon scored that weird angled goal in the World Cup where he just absolutely, I think he levered it? And it was just, somehow it went in. I think it went in through on the front post. And it was poor goalkeeping. That really does me head in. I think all of us, when you are seeing a goalkeeper beat on the front post. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Big up there, Melina. How are we? Morning. Yeah. As I said, I'll be going to bed very soon. Yeah, hopefully just going to be doing a lot more streams anyway. Hopefully get the channel back up and running anyway. Be good for the algorithm and the watch hours anyway. 66. What was it? With Trent. Newcastle or Villa on loan. Bloody hell. Yeah. He will regret it, and there's a bit of me thinking, I think he eventually will turn back up at Liverpool, as much as the majority of us will be disappointed. But I think as long as he comes out and apologises. But I know there's a load of people that would never take him back anyway. But he wanted to explore Spain, and you can understand, like, get out of his comfort zone and explore the world. He's done that. But yeah, we're certainly desperately missing him as well. We need a natural right back that can actually be on the pitch as well. So yeah, that's another debate for another show. I know a lot of you wouldn't take him anyway. Yeah, Melina, we'll try and sort something. I know obviously Kev, Spider and Chat. We'll be bringing the panel shows anyway back once Kev's back, and if anyone wanting to get involved as well, just try and add a bit more variety to the channel, because I love doing the shows, but if I want to be growing my channel and like many great channels out there, I think the best channels that do well are the ones that like get loads of guests on and but yeah, just need to start spamming the invites. Be interesting to see who turns up anyway, but yeah. But yeah, get out my comfort zone and see what happens. But yeah, it's going through the national anthems for Czechia. Tell you what, chat, that Czech kit is really nice. I think that's their away kit. I think the Czech kit is red. Look at Suchek looking at the camera, lads. Focus on the national anthem. I'll tell you what, absolute giants. Put Mikel Arteta in charge of this Czech team. He'd have an absolute field day on corners. I'll tell you that now. See how goalkeeper looks about 7'10". Oh, here we go, Kev. Yeah, great pantos. Fuzzy out. It's fuzzy. So you make it as a streamer anyway. Well, I certainly haven't anyway. Got a very long time, long way to go. But yeah, it's when the spammers come in chat. I've banned about 3 people just going in, putting bloody links in. Haiti versus Scotland, Jack Sunday, followed by Australia versus Turkey, and I am going to bed, lads. I'd love to watch Australia-Turkey. I love, obviously, Turkey. If anyone's ever been to Turkey, fantastic country. I went when I was younger anyway. Loved it. Very nice weather, and great people as well. And a very good football team as well. But yeah, and I love you all on my channel, but I'll be in bed. Hopefully by 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'll be in bed on Sunday at that time, mate. I have an aching phone. That's nice, isn't it? What does it cost? £8,000. Yeah, Kev. Yeah, I'll say just get a tripod, lads. Tripods, as long as your phone's not like going berserk as well. And as I said, lads, filming a landscape as well for the YouTube. If you're doing a YouTube video, anyone, chat. If you're doing content, as I say to anyone, if you're ever doing content for like short form, obviously if it is in portrait, but if you're ever doing streams or anything and like it's landscape, I've told you off many times, Kev, when you've joined the streams. Everyone, if you're doing live streams or and it's just a landscape, just put it landscape. Just turn your phone landscape. Because it does me head in when someone's they're filming in landscape and it's in portrait. Yeah, just basically just turn your phone. Yeah, can see all your grey hairs then, Kev, can't I? Yeah, I think I'm getting grey hairs anyway. So there we go, 8K. Certainly see your grey hairs, lads. Yeah, and go. Well, this airline's going further and further back every single day anyway. Yeah, I'll have to do it. Shave it all off soon. Yeah, someone's probably put about 10 grand on this game, over 2.5 red cards, chat. But that was a bit of a rarity, having 3 red cards, wasn't it? But yeah. Chat. So where are we tonight? Let's have a little look in terms of the stadium. So the stadium we're in tonight. We are in Mexico, in the Guadalajara Stadium, 48,000 capacity stadium. So yeah, not quite the 80,000 that we had in the Azteca, but I'm pretty sure the Azteca will be hosting many quarterfinals and semi-finals, and probably the final. Chat, do we know where the finals are going to be taking place? Is going to be? I'm pretty sure. Probably will be in the States, won't it, the final? But certainly the Azteca Stadium would be a fantastic stadium to host. I think it has hosted the World Cup final a couple of times. The Azteca, I think after today's game, I think it's featured. It's been the stadium in world football that is featured the most in World Cups. Like the amount of games it's hosted. So, obviously Pele and Maradona and that played in that stadium, so. Oh, is that in New York, is it? Yeah, I was... And we are underway here, chat. Hopefully we can get a load of goals anyway. Should do. Should get a load of goals tonight. Touch wood in this game. A lot of quality from both sides. Czech in the white kit. We haven't seen that. We just listened to the commentary chat. Check out the Czech kit. It's really nice. Is it New York, chat, is it? Nice one, else. I'm guessing that stadium's probably 100k capacity. The one thing that's really done me head in is the state of the pitches on some of them. I think they were only laying some of the pitches in some of the American stadiums literally as soon as last week anyway. They were literally having to like sew them together, which is probably what you'd have to do anyway, but and so check going down the left hand side here. Early ball in. Korea on the counter attack. Really poor ball. Kufal's don't have that. Yeah. Guadalajara. There we go, Kev. Nice one. Hopefully you pronounce that good. Guadalajara. I am the Paul Mason of YouTube, by the way, chat. You probably know some of my great pronunciations on some player names. Just watched the stream from this morning. I haven't quite got the media company. Because obviously if you do any work for like, obviously Sky and ITV and BBC, like before any big tournaments, and even for the Premier League as well, if you are a presenter or like if you work as a journalist or whatnot, they send you like packaged videos of obviously proper pronunciations, proper Queen's English, the way you do say it, as well. Sadly, our budget doesn't stretch that far to trust you. Yeah, Guadalajara. Yeah. Do we know what stadium? And in terms of the New York. Son down the left-hand channel here. Needs a bit of... Yeah, it's going to be offside there. Son's gone in. I know it's only been 3 minutes on the clock, but he has got in like a couple of occasions there. Down that left-hand side. Long searching ball from Czech. Chat, what's the score predictions for tonight's game? I'd expect, I think Czech will win. And I go probably about 3-1 to Czechia tonight. Long searching ball here for Korea. They've done that a couple of times. Trying to look for that long early ball. Play Resident Evil Requiem last 2 days and started. Oh, happy days here, lad. Apparently that 007 chat, have you played that one? It's meant to be good. Yeah. I'm guessing Requiem's the new one, isn't it? Oh, is it? What's the capacity on that end? So I'm guessing that's going to be huge. I think that's one of the NFL teams in it, the MetLife. Is that the Jaguars Stadium? Or the New York? Big up there, Fung. Good to see a couple of new faces in the comments as well, Chas. Please don't spam that. So nice. Yeah, don't be spamming. You only have to put up one message. We'll read out your comments. Oh. Have you nearly finished? Have you nearly finished the Resident Evil game, Kev? Korea, down the left-hand side, yeah. Are they really olaying at like 5 minutes into the game? Oh, is it 82,000? Fair enough. Yeah, in a bit, man. That's right. Did say stop spamming. You can all see your comments, bud. You've literally put about 1 million messages in. Yeah, finished it. Happy days there, Kev. Need to go back over a few times for the... Yeah, oh, that's fair enough. Apparently there's a new Resident Evil film coming out. It's meant to be... It's going to be fascinating. It's done in a different way than the previous Resident Evil games as well. Sucha. Here's a couple of touches anyway. From the big lads. Good closing down there by Lee. Fair play to Korea anyway. South Korea. Started with a fair bit of ferocity. Really pressing really well. Really forcing Kufal all the way back. I've just started watching... What's it name? Lee Kang down the right hand side. And that was a free kick for South Korea. It's a poor foul there, really, from the Wolves centre half. Krejci. He's been dragged out there. It's 40 yards from goal. It's not really where he wants to be, the centre half. But we've done really well in terms of the South Korean forwards dragging the centre halves out. So yeah, there'll have to be some delivery to score past this Czechia team, especially in the air. Son down the right hand side. Lee closing down. Suchak. It's a bit chaotic at the minute, in all honesty, from both sides. 9 minutes on the clock. Ball over the top. Lee, he's done well there. He's kept it in down the right hand side if he can get a cross in. And he's done well. So first corner of the game for South Korea. Lee Kang. It's going to be interesting given the superior height advantage from Czechia when you play any team, but obviously it will be interesting. South Korea haven't got the tallest of players. Was it Kim? I think he's about 6'1", 6'2", Kim. But it'd be interesting if you go short. If I was them, I'd be going short, trying to manoeuvre the ball. Yeah, it's a poor delivery again. If I'm South Korea, I'm going short there. Going short and then trying to get another angle on the ball. Try and draw out some of the players at the front post. Because if you're going to be crossing against this Czech side, it needs to be spot on and on the money. Needs to make real contact. That's a poor touch by Czechia. Really poor off it at the minute. South Korea just try their best to punish the mistakes at the back here. Ball over the top, Lee. Is he in? Son over the bar. I think he was just offside there. Heung-min Son. It was a tremendous ball, even though he was offside, but fantastic vision. Oh no. I'll tell you what, he was onside there. No, sorry there, Chassis. It is a corner. Completely miscalled that. So apologies there. But I'll tell you what, Heung-min Son. Fantastic delivery. He'd gone short here. Ball in. Oh, nearly. And that's what I was saying, chat. He went short on that corner. That's where, and they caught them sleeping there a bit. Korea. They must have been listening to the watch along. Because he went short there and created a much better angle to whip that ball into the box. And it was just over the bar there. I think it was Lee at the far stick. Nearly getting that on target anyway. I'll tell you what, they've started to get more into this game here now, South Korea. Showing their quality. Son on the left. But it is fascinating when you do see a team playing a 3-back chat. Ever be a 3-back, 5-back formation. Very well drilled. South Korea. All the players look like they know where they need to be at the right moment. Yeah, even the fluidity here, really good. Off the shoulder, it's on target for a fantastic save. And Lee from about 35 yards out, he's blasted that. He was under next to no pressure though, but it's an outstanding strike. The South Korean midfielder. It's a great strike. Just about comfortable-ish for the goalkeeper, but he had to palm it away for a corner. Probably done I'd go short, lads, go short. Lee Kang-in. Yeah, they've gone short here again. Go on, lads. Oh, what a ball! Oh, he's missed. He's completely missed that. But there was an extra runner on the front post. Some of the South Korean players just couldn't quite get the right connection on that. That's what I was saying, chat. Yeah, keep on doing those short corners. It's working. It just forces the Czechia side to be dragged out. Oh, when they've missed control here. Czechia inside the penalty box. Ball in, Schick. There's not going to be a corner. And it is for Czechia. And all the absolute land of the Giants are going in the penalty box. All the big lads are going in there now. But it was just a miscontrol at the back there from South Korea. It'll be interesting. And obviously Patrick Schick running across the front post. Couldn't quite get the Ball into the box here. Kufau. Take your time there. Oh, go on. Lee Kang-in. Ball over the top here. I think he's onside. Referee's flag's not gone up. And it's a free kick. Well done, lads. Well done. I didn't think he was offside there. The Czech side are thinking he was off. But he's done well there. That's what you want. Especially in international tournaments or European competitions. When you're under a fair bit amount of pressure or any phase of play. If you're going to be pumping that ball up to one of your forwards, it needs to stick. Obviously, just keep hold of the ball or even draw in a foul as well. Get your team higher up the pitch. I'll tell you what, chat. Lee Kang-in started really well in this game. Lee Kang-in. Ball to the far stick. Couldn't quite get the right connection on that. But I'll tell you what, chat. I know everyone's going about Yan Diomande. Put a little cheeky bit in for Lee as well from Paris Saint-Germain. I know I've only watched 15 minutes of him. It's not too bad. Well, yeah, I think he's only 25, 26 as well. As I said, you don't turn up at Paris Saint-Germain if you're a bad player, in all honesty. Like, their scouting is top-notch. Paris Saint-Germain over the last recent times as well. Good press here by Czechia. There's a lot of space. Oh, well done there, Lee. Chat, how long's Lee... Oh, he's done well there, coming son. How long's Lee... Has Lee got like 2 years left on his contract at Bayern Munich? Because I think it was a couple of seasons ago he was linked with Liverpool, but I don't think nothing happened anyway. Yeah, chat. Thoughts on the start of the game so far? Obviously, 17 minutes. I know there's been no goals anyway, but it seems to be the game is growing and a bit more of momentum. Fair bit more, better quality as well. Certainly haven't. And I was only joking before. But yeah. No. But yeah, that's what you need to do. I think all of us, especially when you're playing against the taller side as well, you've just got to come up with a bit more of a variations on your set pieces. Thankfully, we've got Dominic Szoboszlai in our Liverpool team who can blast one in from 30, 40 yards, but especially tournament football. Oh, he just went through the back of him there, Lee. Tell you what, a bit naughty, then. Absolutely. Kim Min-jae. Sorry, it was Kim Min-jae. Oh, no. No, he's made a meal of that. I'll take it all back. That's a much better camera angle. He hasn't even touched him, chat. Kim Min-jae. Didn't touch him. There's a Mexican wave going on. Go ahead, the lads. So, free kick on the halfway line here. So, well, South Korea have gone with a high line here. A very high line. Long search and ball here. But South Korea have got the potential on the counter-attack, though. No, Kev, you were doing it in the air. Yeah. No, dude, it was... No, Kev, there was the... you were doing the Mexican wave. They were doing it in that game as well. I think the commentators mention it. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, it's going to be a corner for Czechia. South Korea got to be focused up here. But yeah. For me, it's a proper Everton thing to do, if I'm being honest. That's certainly not happened at Anfield. But if that happened, I'll be sitting in my seat anyway. Certainly won't be doing a Mexican wave. As we would say in Liverpool, that is wool behaviour anyway. Doing a Mexican wave at a footy match. For me, everyone's having a good time anyway. But could you imagine if someone had started that at Anfield? Sit down, lad. Yeah. Ball into the box there. Much better delivery there. Thomas Souček. It's like an absolute bulldozer inside any penalty area in European football. He's an absolute man mountain. The West Ham midfielder. Yeah, he's completely miskicked that there, but it was a big chance for the West Ham midfielder there. Just didn't quite get the right connection on that. Long searching ball here. This game is very open, chat, if I'm being honest. In certain elements. Certain elements, anyway. Hydration break. Yeah, chat. 22 minutes. I'll tell you, it's been a much better 20. I know we got the goal in the Mexico game anyway. I think Quinton got that goal in the 9th minute, didn't he? For Mexico. No goals here so far. But, chat, thoughts on the first opening 22 minutes? But, let's have a little look. Statistics-wise, possession, 55 for South Korea. 45% possession for Czechia. Total shots, 4 for South Korea, 1 for Czechia, and 1 shot on target for South Korea, and 0 shots on target for Czechia. So, in terms of shots on target, not too overall quality. Curacao versus Germany. I think I'm doing that. Yeah, we're doing Brazil, Mexico, Haiti, Scotland, and we are doing the Germany Curacao game anyway, chat. That's going to be, and the Netherlands Japan game. Yeah, that should be a very good game. Netherlands versus Japan. Yeah. But could you imagine if Scotland get beat by Haiti? Oh yeah, the Scottish. I think the Scots are in Boston, aren't they? The Irish and the Scottish in Boston will be probably drinking each other under the table. Yeah, there won't be any bevy left in Boston by the end of the weekend anyway. The businesses will be selling a lot of alcohol, to say the least. Yeah. It should be a load of fun in Boston over the weekend with Scotland and the Scottish and the Irish. The Americans wouldn't even have a clue. Yeah. They'd stand no chance in a drinking game, really. They're in here, South Korea. Cleared at the front post. Ew, Kev. Japan versus Netherlands. Do you not rate them? Hey, respect the Scottish. Oh, what have I missed here? You missed a very good. Yeah, yeah, you share. Hang on. Yeah, the Czechia players' shirts absolutely ripped off. I tell you what, those kits must be poorly made, man. Didn't even touch them and kits falling off. It's ripped. Soch, yeah. Top scorer for Leon. He was a Czech footballer of the year. Fair enough. How many goals has he got then? Have a little look. Yeah, it's 25 for Leon. Let's have a little look. How many goals has he got this season? Oh, fair enough, chat. He signed from Victoria Polson. 14 goals, 7 assists for Leon. Good going in League On, that, in all honesty. Oh, what have I said, chat? What happened? I said, alright, sound that. Oh yeah. But yeah, such interesting. Tommy, you getting a new GTA? I was gonna say. Probably chat. Oh, great interception there. Oh, Maradona turn by Huang. Lovely little Maradona turn there. Pirouetting. Yeah. Again, chat. Paval. As I said, didn't even know he played for Leon, if I'm being honest. Yeah, apparently he got voted Czech player of the season, player of the year anyway, so. Long search and ball there. Very inconsistent at the minute, last couple of minutes. Czech Republic coming back into this game ever so slowly, though. Still no shots on target, and I say that, and they just give away an awful, nearly ball down the right hand side. It's asking too much of Kufal, really, to try and keep that in. He's giving away a foul there late, covering really well down the left. Make sure you do drop a like on the video as well, chat. It really goes a long way. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll say, chat, the next watch along on the World Cup will be USA versus Paraguay. We'll be covering that one. That's a foul on Son. No, referee said get up. I felt it was a bit very mistimed challenge there on Son. Referee seen nothing of it really. Schultz. Little give and go. Yeah, I will be once it comes to PC. Not when. Is it not getting released straight away on the PC still? I don't know that. Kevy's nearly older than you, lad. Tom, you're still fuming that Kev made you buy that game, aren't you? What was it? Was it Ready Player One or whatever? No, that's a film. What was the last game you played? I swear, I literally watched you play the game once together. Was it the extraction shooter or whatever it was? The game, anyway. But yeah, just get Xbox Game Pass, and then you can just share. Was it on the Xbox? You can like share games, can't you? What is it? If one person has the game, you can share it with someone else. I think that's a great addition on the Xbox. If anyone's got Xbox, it's a Game Pass or whatever it is, where if someone buys it, then you can share it with someone else. Oh yeah, there we go. Ready or Not, it was that one. Kev, have a word, lad. You owe Tom money for that one. Console first, if you. I understand why the ball over the top there. It's comfortable. I was gonna say comfortable for the goalkeeper anyway, but it's gonna be a goal kick for South Korea. Yeah, I understand why that it's a bit delayed. Like as soon as it comes out for PC, then obviously the mods will come out for the GTA game, won't they? But it's gonna be interesting. Everyone's just expecting it to be good, but what happens if it isn't? I don't think anyone's thought about that, but I suppose if you spent that long on it, basically they can't afford for it to be a bad game. Because there's so much money spent on it, isn't it? What match is this, Kev? Have I wrote the teams backwards? Not sure. No, Kev. We're all football mad. We love football. They've got Christian Pulisic. What was it? The episode of was it? What was it? That classic video. Was it years ago when someone brought in a Christian Pulisic shirt? Like when he said he's the greatest soccer player. He's as good as Messi or Ronaldo and something. Yeah. Oh, that's great. What's the outcome? The internet for your street to go off because you're just taking up all the power off your two PCs. South Korea down the left hand side. I just couldn't quite squeeze that through. But yeah, 33 minutes on. I say everyone Lecky bill will be going up through the roof. Just be blaming Tom. Nah. I still find it mad though, and that's why the Premier League is ever so growing in the United States. Like everyone, even like South Korea, it's huge football. Czech, everywhere in the world, it's massive. But like the Americans just haven't got used to football yet, have they? But the only reason it hasn't, and that's one thing that I just find baffling. And until they change it, where like you have to pay like so much, like in the UK or in like Czech or South Korea, it costs nothing to play football, does it? Like if you want to play a bit of footy with your mates or whatever, you just go down the park, or when you were younger, you'd play football every single day, wouldn't you? Or there'd be fields or whatever. But if you want to play football, like proper football in the United States, you have to spend like 20, 30, 60, 100 grand for like scholarships and all that, don't you? Like, until they scrap that and make football, like, or soccer, cheaper in the United States, it won't grow. It will. It should be the number one sport in America, but it isn't, obviously, with the NFL and the MLB, Major League Baseball as well. And don't get me started on NFL. I still don't even know what happens in NFL. They have an attacking team and a defensive team. Sorry if anyone watches the NFL. Probably good. I just don't know what's going on. Ball to the far stick. Pascal Schick. Patrick Schick. Just couldn't quite get that right connection at the far stick there. That's going to be a foul. Yeah. It's a foul on Lee there, but it was an interesting cross from that left-hand side. Obviously, Kufal giving away a free kick there. Didn't even touch him there. Didn't even touch him. That was nice, though. Just get one of those pull down, like, green screens. No, I thought about getting one in here, but I've already got my green screen. But yeah, you can get, like, green screens that pull down from the ceiling, can't you? But they're quite a lot of money. South Korea on the edge of the box here. Son! No for the bar. Done well there to get that ball out of his feet. Just on outside the box, 25 yards from goal. I'd say, yeah. Done well. Really fantastic first touch. Just to get out of his feet. And just couldn't quite get that on target there. A former Tottenham man. Oh, he's got the power on that, just lacking the execution on the strike. So attempts in the game so far, 37 minutes on the clock. Or 38 now. 5 for South Korea and 2 for Czech Republic. Bit surprised that we haven't seen more of the Czech side anyway, but still a long way to go. Oh, that'd be good, lad. That'd be good. Son. He's through on goal here. Son. Oh, so how's he not hit the target? Should be hitting the target, and from that reaction as well. He's got so much time there, Heung-min Son. Driving from the centre of the penalty box. It's on his left foot. Drifting from the right-hand side. He's just not got the right connection on that with his left boot. He's dragged it wide of the left-hand post. I'll be disappointed with that shot. Certainly. Be very disappointed about that. But yeah, big opportunity there for Son. You'd expect him to at least hit the target, but it was a let-off for Czechia. Oh, apologies, chat. Because he got the abbreviation wrong on there. Thought I changed that. On the Czech one there. Sorry, yeah. Changed. All the way to the goalkeeper there. South Korea. Just Kufal, strong challenge. Turnover is really good here. But again, he's just... No, I didn't think that was a foul there, referee. Really? Fair enough. He's called it back for the other challenge anyway. So, just for a big lad, he's went down too easy there. Too easy. Who's this? Who's this, Kev? Who's it? What are you... Have you been on the bevies, lad? I think you're on the bevies. Yeah, I was going to say. I just don't get that. I don't know what I'm on about there, la. Expand on that comment, la. Not too sure. Not too sure what you mean. Czech Republic on the edge of box here. Away by Korea. Lee Kang-in missed that one there. How are we, Steve? I hope you're well, lads. Oh. Sorry, lads, it is 3:30. Or just touching 4 nearly. But yeah. Ball forwards. It's a foul on Humminson. He's done well there, backing into the centre half. Done really well. Taking the sting out of that for South Korea. Just a bit of a breathing out just before half time. Probably will be 3-4 minutes added on. Obviously with the it will be a theme of that across the World Cup, obviously with the drinks break as well. What do you chat? Yeah, hope you're well today. Oh, sound, yeah, all good. Opportunity here for South Korea down the right hand side. Son on the penalty box if someone can find him. Ball in. Cleared to the edge of the box. Need to bring it down there, Lee. I tell you, there's a couple of opportunities, bits of spaces opening up here for South Korea if they can just get that final ball spot on. But I tell you what, chat's been very, very surprised by South Korea. I thought Czech Republic would have a bit more of the ball and more of the quality, but Korea have controlled a fair chunk of it. And the big spells of possession in the opening 45. Yeah, it's the yeah. Bit of a surprise that, lad, wasn't it? Aye. Nearly the record. How happy is it there, lad? Nice one for tuning in, lad. Nice one. Enjoy and relax, lad. You know what I'm like, chatting. Even if he's having a joke with me, goes over my head half the time. We'll eventually get it anyway. But yeah, so 45 minutes gone here. Is there going to be... How many minutes are there on here? 3 minutes are there on there, chat. So 3 minutes added on there, everyone. Kim and Jane. Lee Kang-in. There's a fair chunk of space here. Son with a step over. To Lee. To Son. Oh, they should have made it 1-0. Big opportunity missed for South Korea. Kim Min-jae now stepping out of the back. Ball to the far stick. But a big opportunity missed by the former Tottenham man. So disjointed, Czechia at the back. But should have made that 1-0 South Korea. Still on here. But that's just that final ball across the penalty box. Move, referee. Oh, lovely ball for Lee Kang-in. Is that a handball? Tell you what, that's some interception there, but still got it here. South Korea won't want the referee's whistle to go here because it's a fantastic, very good spell of possession. And Lee has just absolutely blasted that into Rosette. So that will be probably 30 seconds left to go in normal time. yeah. He went full spares. What was it? It was a couple of seasons ago when Arsenal fans were fuming that when he was playing for Tottenham, he went through on goal against Manchester City and yeah, he didn't score. So probably because he didn't want Arsenal to win the league. Even though we all know, it's like when we used to watch. Was it when Iheanacho would play against Manchester City when we were finishing second and we needed like City to drop points? Iheanacho, the amount of big chances he had. That is half-time chat, anyway. But yeah, Iheanacho would have big chances against City for when he used to play for Leicester as well, but he'd always, surprisingly, miss the opportunities against his former side. So chat, 0-0. South Korea 0. Czechia 0 as well. So chat, let us know your thoughts on the game. We'll go through some of the main statistics anyway, but for anyone that has missed a game or tuning in anyway, South Korea, I've been very, very surprised. Really impressed with them in the opening 45 minutes. The only thing they haven't got to show for it is a goal. Most importantly, I think that's what the coach will be saying at half time. Go out, keep on doing what you're doing. You have created some nearly big moments anyway. Just having a little look. I think Czechia have only had, I think, only one shot on target. No shots on target, sorry, chat. And that's what I was saying there. South Korea, for all their great possession and bits of movement in and around the penalty box, so South Korea have only had one shot on target. They've created 8 total shots, South Korea, but only one shot on target. Compare that to obviously Czechia, 2 total shots for them and 0 shots on target. So in terms of both sides anyway, really poor when it comes down to the crunch of it, really capitalising on those big opportunities. But they're getting a couple of interesting opportunities. So obviously it was the header from Hanbu Lee as well. That was in the 6-yard box. And one of their shots was blocked as well. Another one blocked. So yeah. 3 of the shots have been blocked inside the penalty box, apart from the header from, obviously, as just mentioned there, Boem Lee as well in the 12th minute. But yeah, Hanking Lee as well, shot on target. That was a big. That was how far was that out? The XG was 0.02, but that shot was an interesting one. That was probably their best opportunity, South Korea. Anyway, but you've done well, Chaz. Any South Korea fans watching or listening as well, you've done well. Just missing that final bit of killer instinct, really, in terms of the top of the pitch. Just got to keep your heads up, really, and look across the box, scan the box properly, and not rush it, really. That's what I think they've done when they've got in a couple of times, rushing it too much, just waiting for that final ball. Be patient, and let Czechia do the running as well, defensively. Just keep on getting the ball moving, keeping it moving, and hopefully the spaces will eventually open up the later this game does go on as well. Big up there, Jay. Let's go South Korea. Big up there, mate. Yeah, done well. Steve, do you not reckon, mate? Yeah, in terms of the final third, as we just mentioned there, the shots on target, there's only been one shot on target in the opening 45 minutes from both sides. But yeah, as I said, South Korea getting into some promising situations in and around the box and even on the edge of the box as well, but it's missing that clear cut opportunity. But the way this game's going, if they are very wasteful, South Korea, you just expect Czechia off a corner or a free kick just to have one opportunity, and probably then they'll be taking it anyway, as they've done in numerous other tournaments as well, in the Euros and obviously the World Cup in previous campaigns. Capitalise on the occasional big moments as well. Yeah. Yes, Phil said there, fight or win. Yeah, some cracking chances, isn't it? But yeah, certainly if they are wanting to get more into the football, the Americans, they need better chance than fight and win, to say the least. But yeah, it take a while to get used to that anyway. Well, that's one of the big things about football, not just in England but around the world as well, is obviously the fan culture and the songs and the passion as well. But we'll eventually get there, hopefully, in the future. Will take probably a lot more longer anyway, but yeah, as Jay said there, yeah, I do expect to at least get a goal in the second half, chat. As I said, in terms of just looking at that, yeah, the Son chance that was blocked as well, and obviously the Son chance where he dragged it wide. Yeah, so which I've been very impressed with the Paris Saint-Germain lads anyway. Kangin Lee, keep an eye on this lad, chat, especially if there's going to be, obviously, was it Elise this week in L'Equipe, was linked that Paris Saint-Germain apparently wants Michael Elise, as does everyone in European football as well. But if he is to depart Bayern Munich, he's not going to be going for cheap anyway. I do think he'll end up at Real Madrid, if I'm being honest, chat. I do think they'll have to just sacrifice Rodrigo. I do think they will sell Rodrigo, Real Madrid. And if you're Jose Mourinho, you're probably saying, go and get Michael Elise. But yeah, big opportunity missed there. But yeah, Kangin Lee, I think he can do a solid job when he's given a bit more of a responsibility. But time will tell. Time will very much tell with that regard. But yeah, just looking at some of these opportunities again, just a final pass. It's the final ball at the minute with South Korea, just some of the chances they've missed. You look, if you just freeze frame that, there's so many, just the extra pass, just to guarantee you a goal there. It's lazy, really, in all honesty. They're doing so well to get in around the box, South Korea. it's just frustrating if you're the head coach or manager. And even looking from Min Son's reaction as well. But yeah, ball recovery time. Interesting. That's a good one. 16 seconds for South Korea, and it takes 18 seconds for Czechia to get the ball as well. So yeah, there's certainly a lot more agency from the South Koreans to win that ball back. A lot of people might go 2 seconds isn't a lot, but when you're on the pitch as well, though, chat, you gotta think like that is quick. That's why everyone loves the Premier League, the ferociousness. Hopefully the ferociousness retains for Liverpool in terms of when we're actually hopefully pressing teams a lot more better than we have, especially over the last 12 months anyway. Or the last 2 years really, some people would say. But yeah. Nice one, chat. If you haven't already done so, make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. Hit that subscribe button. We will be live tomorrow to do a Liverpool show in the morning. Probably about 12, 1 o'clock tomorrow. Just keep an eye on the channel. I'll have it scheduled anyway. Probably speak about obviously the news as you mentioned before there. And yeah, as Anne said, nice one there, Ant, if you're still in the comments. But as you were saying, we'll speak about that tomorrow. Obviously, the speculation with regards to it looks like West Ham might be going for Somerville and Fernandes. What that might mean for Liverpool in terms of getting Bradley Barcola. Chat, would you be happy if we got Yan Diamande and Barcola? As I said before, I'd love us to get Desiree Doué, but if it was up to me, if he had 100 million, I'd add an extra 20, 30 million and put a bid in for Desiree Doué. You're probably not going to get Desiree Doué for 130 million. But for me, I'd put a bid in for Doué, probably even if you're not going to get him. But if Paris Saint-Germain actually want to get Michael Elise to play down the right-hand side, but obviously Yan Diamande is being linked with them as well, so it's going to be fascinating. I do think it will be a chain reaction in terms of you probably see one player go and then obviously have a domino effect. So say if Elise was to go to PSG, then that would free us to go all in for Yan Diamande, and then Paris Saint-Germain probably selling Barcola as well to free up funds as well. So as we know, it's the world of football. Deals have knock-on effects for everyone. Everyone's probably just waiting for that big deal to happen, and then everyone goes, oh, they've got money, and vice versa. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel really tomorrow as well, everyone. Oh, yeah, that's good. Me short chat. If you missed, I will be doing a lot more short form content as well. That's alongside if anyone does YouTube or any social media, just do some like short, like 2-minute videos as well. They do really well on social media. Yeah, I've just checked there. My Mexico videos got 2,500 views. So thank you for everyone that has dropped a like on that video as well, chat. Yeah, it was just a reaction to that game. I'll do probably a reaction video off the back of this game as well. Hopefully, just because with the World Cup going on, chat, even if you are like a Liverpool channel or whatnot, even if you're doing 1 or 2 videos a week, I'd say, even if you don't want to do World Cup content, do some World Cup content, just to get it into the algorithm and all that chat. Just to speak about it, or even incorporate it into your Liverpool content or whatever you're doing. It should do well. Chat, what are we saying in the second half? Expect the game to become a bit more open? I think it will. But we're saying to the South Korea head coach, will be saying the same again. But just wait for that killer final ball, really. Get your head up properly. Oh, was it England-Croatia, the first game? Well, at least England. I can see England. Well, obviously that's a repeat of the semi-finals, wasn't it? A couple of seasons back. Yeah, a couple of World Cups back anyway. World Cup or Euros, whatever it was. Come on, Croatia. Yeah. Oh. Hello. Sorry there, chat. My light is going a bit busy. Paranormal activity there. Scary. Look on the TikTok. Oh yeah, just someone saying on there on the TikTok. First red should never have been given, and if they was given that yellow, then they're given for the foul on Raul. Should have been the reds. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I agree with him. But yeah, the if anyone missed the red card, it was for the red card for the Mexican centre half. I felt at the time on the watch along, I felt it would have been it was a correct decision. But yeah, it's just great to watch a World Cup or just a game of football where VAR is 9 times out of 10 in this tournament so far, and probably as we go to the final as well, it's been spot on. Big up there, Sarai. Hope you pronounced that right, mate. Apologies if not. Let's go, Nepal. Big up there, mate. Big up. Savannah also goes. I'll be going. Yeah, nice one there, Phil. Appreciate everyone tuning in this late anyway, and even anyone watching on the repeat as well. Everyone, much appreciated. You legends. But we are underway here for the second half. And don't worry, I'll actually start the second half time clock anyway. I was in the 70th minute, and silly me didn't click the second half clock. Morning, Everest. Morning, Bud. Obviously, it is morning in the UK as well, mate. I think you're 5 hours ahead of me there, lad. Have a good day, lad, anyway. Nice one for tuning in, Bud. Much appreciated. 9 a.m. Happy days, lad. Happy days. Have a good day, lad. But yeah, Everest, have you watched any of the football, mate? Obviously, it's different time zones, isn't it? The game's on at some sensible times, Everest, for you. Obviously, this game's a bit more easier. I'm guessing this game would have kicked off, probably about 8 o'clock for you. 8:30. Yeah, second half kicked off here. But yeah, no changes so far. As Have you got me on comms? I was going to say. Yeah, it's 45 minutes. Even we all know 45 minutes. So there is hope for me in the future as well, Kev. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, chat, you'll be listening to a football game. And I'll probably be getting distracted by something in the stand. I'll be commentating on that. That's one thing people do say. I do go on a bit of a tangent on the watch-alongs. It's like, commentate on the game. But it's an early corner for Czechia. Let's see if they can get their fair shot on target. The Czechs. It's going to be Kufal, the former West Ham man, in swinger. Land of the Giants. Ball in. Oh, it's cleared at the front post, done a job. Son on the counter-attack. That's really poor there by Son. And he's recovered that really well. Oh, bloody hell, man. I was going to say, can you record it, Everest, or obviously as long as you don't get the game spoiled for you, I suppose. But I'm pretty sure, obviously, people in work could be speaking about the football as well, but even if, like, just switch your notifications off and maybe watch the highlights or some of the games. But it's difficult, isn't it, when we're on social media. Hongli, shot on target. I felt he was offside there, Son. But again, big opportunity there. Big opportunity. But the fluidity there in the final third. Again, it was a ball round the corner. Sensational little flick round the centre half. But Sue there with a big opportunity missed for South Korea. Again, on the space here. Space here for Czechia. If they can get it right, I'd say that's a great interception by Lee. But yeah, 5 minutes into the second half and seems to be a bit more space. Lee Kang-in making that little diverted run, just creating that bit more space for his teammates. Yes. Yeah. Not true, but as we get later on into the tournament, the games will be hopefully on a bit more at reasonable times for all of us. So the first two games have been in Mexico. Obviously the game in Mexico City to kick off the tournament. And this game's in Mexico as well. Chat, does anyone know if the majority of the games are going to be firstly in Mexico and then are they going to Canada and then going to America? Or I'm pretty sure there's going to be a spread of stadiums and games anyway. Son. It's a poor ball by Son again. It's really under hit pass there. So poor. It's lazy football. So poor, man, by Son. He needs to be getting that ball right into his teammate's path with a lot more pace, man. No give and go. It's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in for Korea down the left. Yeah. So it'll be a foul on Sung Jin Lee. Souček does love a foul, that fella. He's not even tried to play the ball there. He's just started in a bit like straight through. Souček should turn into prime Mateus in the championship, and being honest, chat. I know he's not a great player, Souček, but should be better than every single midfielder in the championship. I tell you what, Kim Min-jae's had a fantastic game so far. Fantastic game. Been really tight to against Schick. Obviously, he's played against him in the Bundesliga. Knows what he's all about. So they know a lot about each other. Chat, what's everyone's thoughts on Germany for this tournament? Do you think Germany would do well? As I said, I need to actually get my prediction video out. I've done it today. I'll get that out on the channel. But if you would have seen that, I think, chat, who you got? I was going to say, Everest, first time actually speaking to you today, mate. And Kev, chat, who have you got to win this tournament? Who do you think will get to the final? For me personally, I think I've got getting to the final. I've got Portugal and France getting to the final, and I think that game's going to be really tight. But you'd expect France to win it with the attack and firepower they've got. But Portugal's midfield, Portugal for me have got the best midfield in the tournament. I know Spain have got Pedri, Rodri. I think Gavi's injured as well, though, in chat. But I'm pretty sure there's probably another great Spanish midfielder that I'm actually not thinking about. Fabian Ruiz as well. Another great Paris Saint-Germain player. And he had a great tournament in the Euros, didn't he? Yeah, Fabian Ruiz. Really good tournament. Obviously got Zupimendi as well. So, it's going to be fascinating. Ball over the top. Son. Oh, big save. Come off his line. But Heung-min Son, he's getting big opportunities tonight. First time he's actually got the ball inside the penalty box. It's a great ball. I'll tell you what, it's a great save though. He's closed down the angle there, the goalkeeper, really well. Come off his line. It's a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. Spread himself, made himself big. It was a great play by South Korea, but it's great goalkeeping. Keeper needed to come off his line there very quickly, because what you don't want to be doing there is Son. If the keeper's not off his line, then just giving him that time and space on the ball. Cleared at the front post. He went direct there, South Korea. Steve, can Messi go back-to-back World Cup winner? Tell you what, if Messi won 2 World Cups, man. Even though Messi's already an alien. Like, he's out of this world. An amazing footballer. Probably everyone's, for me, he's my greatest ever footballer. Probably even if I'm fortunate enough to live until I'm 90 anyway. In my care home or whatever. I think we'll all be speaking about Messi. I think a lot of people said that about Maradona and Johan Cruyff. Pele and the great legends. Oh, there'll never be another great player, but... And then Messi and Ronaldo turned up. But yeah, Messi, man, what a player. That, if Messi went back-to-back World Cup winners, World Cups, I think that would solidify him as the greatest ever player. He's already up there already. In fact, especially when he's already got a World Cup under his belt. But if he helped Argentina win again another World Cup, then I think he'd be out and out everyone's greatest ever player. Obviously, I think Pele got 3. Cafu's got 2 World Cups. Pele's got 3, but if Messi can get 2 World Cups as well. Ronaldo would still be fuming. Could you imagine a fume if that happened? Long throw for Czechia. Ball in. Oh, Kufal flying at the far stick, I think it was. But Souček, sorry there, chat. Souček nearly getting on the end of that. Big opportunity missed there, and Kufal. We're watching Arsenal at the minute. Or it's a 1-0. Czech Republic. Krejci. Czech Republic off a throw-in. Are we watching the Premier League? I think we are. We said, chat, it would be a set piece. The height advantage that Czechia has got, not just on Korea, but many sides in this tournament. But it's their first shot on target, Czech Republic, and they've punished South Korea. But we've been watching this in the Premier League all season long, chat, haven't we? Kufal with an absolute rocket of a throw-in into the penalty box. And it's the Wolves centre-half. I'll tell you what, is he in an offside position? I tell you what, he's in the eye line of the goalkeeper. But I don't think he's stopping that anyway. I don't think he's stopping that either way anyway. There is a goal. Yeah, no, I don't think that'll be getting disallowed, chat. So 1-0 on the Wolves centre half. Yeah, not disallowed there, chat. So I had a feeling that had happened, chat. I called it at half time. Do you have a canny knack of doing that, Czechia, in all the tournaments that we've watched down the years? They don't really dominate too many games of football, but yeah. But South Korea need to respond here. All those big key missed opportunities. They've gone 1-0 behind, and this is what Czechia are all about. They've got the goal, now they'll go into a back 5. It'll be a 5-4-1 formation. Even with half an hour to go here. Everyone behind the ball. And then look to counter-attack now. And South Korea can respond very quickly here. That's what they need. They need to respond quickly. Ball into the box. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. Yeah, fair shot on target there, chat. Fair shot on target, and they've scored. But we all knew it was going to be from a set piece, wouldn't we? Did any, eh? Tell you what, don't think he was offside there. Chick. Pascal Schick. So yeah, Korea have had 4 shots on target. 12 attempts from Korea. South Korea 4 on target. Czech Republic 3 shots in total and only 1 shot on target. But as I said, it was a fascinating Fascinating goal. A very good long throw. Hwang Hee-chan's coming on here, the Wolves forward. A bit surprised he's not really started the game, if I'm being honest. So yeah, Hwang Hee-chan coming on for Sao-Sung Lee. Pascal Schick coming off. How big's he? Tell you what, he's at his veg, hasn't he? Or had his ready brich. I swear he must be about 8'10" here, chat. Size of him. Is that Chori? That's just come on. Oh, it's Chori, chat. Yeah. As I said before, I wasn't too sure if that was Chori, but yeah, Chori is come on. If you've never seen this fella play, it's funny. So Czech Republic have replied with 3 substitutes there, Reds. Just quickly make those subs as well. Yeah, Chori's had his Weetabix and his veg. He's a bit like Peter Crouch in all honesty, chat. Of course, he's a big lad. I think he might be just slightly bigger than Peter Crouch back in his day, but... So Charles making the substitutions here. It's a foul on the South Korea player. Provod's come off there as well. Where is he? Going forward here, Korea. Not getting too much. Not getting too much pace here. Space. Is it him? He's come off. Yeah, there we go, Chas. Apologies there. Just sorting the substitutions. So 3 substitutions there for Czech Republic. Chori's come on. Michel Silik and Hilzek as well. Come on. Oh, 1-0. South Korea, certainly what they've deserved anyway. He's dinked the goalkeeper there. But a big goal for South Korea. I tell you what, he's absolutely sent the whole of the box there, chat. It's a fantastic touch. That's what they needed. They needed to reply very quickly, and they've done so. But a big goal by Hwang. I thought the touch had evaded him. But no, he was the calmest man in the stadium. Ball over the top. Lovely little dummy with his left boot there. And the cleverness in terms of just chipping that ball over the goalkeeper. But the little dummy, it sent about 3 Czech Republic players. And I tell you what, it's an outstanding finish, chat. It's an outstanding finish. It just looks easy, chat, but the execution on that. The fact that he sent the whole Czech defence with a little Cruyff turn there and a little dink over the goalkeeper. Game back on there. And it's certainly what they've deserved. South Korea, that's their 13th attempt. And now South Korea will be hoping they can reply very quickly again with a second. But Inbom Kwang as well. Son coming off. But I'm telling you, chat, Hwang Ki-chan, he's only on, how long has he been on? He got subbed on the 62nd minute. He's only been on 6-7 minutes, but really giving a bit more better presence at the top end for South Korea, stretching that back line a lot more than what Lee was doing before he come off. But yeah, chat, if you're just tuning in, 2 goals in the second half. So it looks like Sungom is coming off. Hydration break as well. There will be a slight change here as well. So let's get that change sorted. But certainly South Korea did deserve that goal, chat. Final third, obviously the goal was the only real bit of quality for South Korea so far in this game in terms of the final third. But that certainly will give them a lot more energy now. And you'd like to hope if you're a South Korea fan, and or a player as well, you can just ride this bit of momentum now going into the last 20 minutes of the game. Yeah. But in terms of the Czech side, if you take away the free kicks, if you take away the corners as well, take away their strengths, in terms of open play, trying to create big opportunities, this Czech side have really failed apart from the throw-in. But it's a massive thing in there, Arsenal, isn't it? It's a bit like Arsenal this season. So effective on set pieces, as are Czechia as well. So there's going to be another 2 subs here, chat. Let me just make them as well for South Korea. So, so O is coming on. Who's he coming on for? He's coming on for Heung-min Son. Son's come off. O has come on. And Jisung has come on for Lee. He's come off. So we come off for Lee, I think it was. Yeah. a chat. Snap yourselves in. The substitutions have all happened now as well, so let's have a look. Yeah. South Korea have made 3 subs, so have Czechia as well. 3 substitutions apiece. With 18 minutes to go, hopefully South Korea can ride a bit of momentum, build a lot more off the back of that goal. There's a little hydration break there as well, chat. So, all full throttle to the final whistle now for both sides. Oh, it's a lovely touch there. Early ball in. Oh, nearly trying to play that early ball through the middle of the pitch. There, Hwang. Yeah, referee counting down the goalkeeper. Should be a foul. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Strange kick back there. It's so poor by South Korea. Just get that ball long, lads. Don't be messing about with that. There's possible breakaway. Is that a foul on the build-up? It is, and I think it should be a yellow card for the Czechia defender. I'm a bit surprised that's not a yellow card there, referee, for the Wolves centre-half. What a touch that is. It's a Maradona turn and half, that. Fantastic touch by, I think it was Lake. Great touch. Oh, what's the goalie doing for South Korea, lads? Nearly giving the ball away. Tell you what. Sure, he's closing down the ball really well there, but just don't be doing that, South Korea. You've done all the work to get back into the game. Can't just be sloppy. It's a bit like watching South Africa before. There's times and places to play football at the back, but certainly not inside your own 6-yard penalty box. You can't be doing that. It's crazy. You're just begging to concede a goal, really. Suchek. Trying to create a bit of space. Czechia with a dangerous free kick here. It's a silly free kick to give away. 15 minutes left to go. In a promising position here. The Czech Republic to get all their big lads, every single last one of them, inside the box here. Just left-hand side of the South Korea penalty box. About 25-30 yards from goal. Kufal standing over this alongside Sadalek as well. Favours a left boot of an in-swinger. It's going to be interesting if South Korea defend with a bit more of a higher line, as they have done on some situations. Just needs a good delivery. And if they can, then they've got a load of big lads, haven't they? Like that last set piece that they had with the throw in. Ball into the box, and they've done it again. 2-1. I tell you what, they're so dangerous. Oh, the flag's gone up. I tell you what, this is going to be tight, this, chat. I don't think Souček's offside here, you know, chat. It's 2-1. The referees give Souček offside. I don't think he's off there, you know. Oh, yeah, he's off. Just, sorry there, chat, he's off. I'll tell you what, though. He is offside there, chat. Well, I'll tell you what. Don't be showing Arteta any highlights of this game, chat. My man will be signing Kufal and Souček for next season. Absolutely deadly. It's like watching a Premier League game tonight in this one. Deadly on set pieces, chat. Throw-ins, corners. The directness. That's football, isn't it? Lee Kang-in. Inside the penalty box. Ball to the far stick. Cleared by Kufal. Can he keep it in? Down the left-hand channel here. On the byline. Ball to the far stick. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. 12 minutes left to go. And this game is certainly well and truly in the balance. Well, chat, what are we saying on the game so far? Who do you think will be the winner? If there is one. South Korea's XG 1.43 to Czechia's 0.50. But as we've seen with even the disallowed goal here, opportunity here. Hwang. Ball in behind. Ball in! 2-1! South Korea! Fantastic ball. And this is not going to be offside. South Korea getting the 2-1. Fantastic delivery down the right-hand side. In behind. Right, that's what you want as a forward. A ball down the right-hand side. Cut straight across the penalty box. And South Korea off everything tonight. They certainly do deserve to be 2-1 up here. Fantastic performance. Still 10 minutes left to go. But it's a lovely ball over the back line. There's so much space in the Czechia defence. But that's what you want. I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing. Goalkeeper's in no man's land. But this... But Angul cutting across this, that's what you want as a forward. Running across the front post. The striker gets a touch on it anyway. That's all you need. Running across the front post. Just getting any form of connection on that. And that is 2-1. Chat, I don't know why that's not been updating. I have been changing the scoreline. Yeah, there we go. It is 2-1. 2-1 there, chat. Why is that not been working? Apologies there, chat. It is 2-1 to South Korea. Ball to the far stick. Oh, what a save. Make sure that's updated there, chat. Apologies. Yeah, nice one there, son. I don't know why that's not been changing, chat. Apologies. It is 2-1 South Korea. For some reason, that's not been working anyway. Apologies there, everyone. I've been reacting to the goals, but for some reason, my streaming setup's not working there, clearly. But nice one there. Nice one. Yeah, nice one there, Steve. I don't know why. Yeah, nice one there, son. But yeah, nice one there, chat. I don't know why. I have been updating the scores as we've been going on here tonight, chat, but apologies, everyone. Everyone watching on the repeat to be going, and as some said there, yeah. It's 2-1 now, but oh yeah. Flynn behaved, lad. Yeah, he scored. Chat. Yeah, my fault there. That's apologies, everyone. Technical issues anyway, but don't worry. It is 2-1. I've been changing the scores anyway, but it's not been coming on the screen. But yeah, certainly do deserve it. South Korea been fantastic tonight. Been really good. Really, really good. Jinkin Yu and Jinsob have come on now as well. Yeah, apologies, Shaz. I know why that wasn't updating. So apologies if anyone was watching or listening. You probably listened to the goal reactions anyway, but yeah. Apologies, Shaz. The scoreboard wasn't updating. I was changing it from my end, but clearly wasn't doing it properly. But yeah, it is 2-1 to Korea, chat, who are tuning in. Nedved's in the stand there. What a player he was. But yeah, 6 minutes left to go here, chat. But certainly this would be a huge, huge 3 points. For South Korea, they can get off all the points that they need. Obviously, as it stands at the minute in Group A, Mexico on 3 points, South Korea on 3 points. But this will be huge for South Korea as well. So 5 minutes left to go. Yeah, Flynn. Yeah, they haven't scored that because they hadn't updated the. But I'm guessing you just tuned in, lads. We did react to the goals. Hopefully South Korea can just keep on now. You know what? For future, I'll just move that down there so I can actually see. I'll make that bigger as well. tell you what, the pass backs to the goalkeeper tonight from South Korea have been a bit dodgy. Bit like watching Liverpool, in all honesty. Heart in your mouth moments on many of occasions. Well, 3 minutes left to go here. And again, South Korea not disappointing at all. But what they've done really well tonight, they've worked extremely hard all across the pitch, from defence to the forward line as well. But yeah, possibility for a counter-attack here, South Korea. If they can get it right. Hwang Hee-chan inside the penalty box, needs to get his head up. He's still got it. Too many cutbacks there, really, from Hwang Hee-chan. And there's a breakaway if they can get it right here. Czechia. Ball back out to Kufel. But yeah, too many times. Trying to keep hold. Trying to be too clever there, Hwang Hee-chan, inside the penalty box. So a minute left to go in of normal time. Just got to be switched on here. South Korea, don't be giving away any silly free kicks or corners. Don't be playing into the strengths of this Czech side. Focus up here now, lads. I say, referee's just jumped in front of the goalkeeper. Sure, that's got to be a foul. I was going to say, referee. Got to be obstruction there. But let's see how many minutes added on. Probably going to be about 5 minutes, I'd say. Oh, 6 minutes. 6 minutes added on. Yeah, apologies about the scoreline there, everyone. Anyone that was watching. My mistake. And thank you to everyone that did say, even like some there, saying, "Bro, it's 1-0. It was at the time, mate." But yeah, 6 minutes added on. But yeah, 6 minutes added on there, chat. If you're a South Korea player, you just got to eat into the time, really. Waste time as much as you possibly can. As much time as you possibly can, for that matter. There we go. It's another foul. Really poor by Czechia. Last 5 minutes has been very ill-disciplined. Haven't really kicked on. Surely since he's come on, done absolutely nothing really. But yeah, chat. South Korea created a lot of chances tonight. Just failed the final key moments, but obviously the 2 goals that they've got, they've had the big moments and fully capitalised on the big opportunities in the second half. Took a while to get going. Yeah, Everest. Yeah, annoying, mate, but it's alright. Deal with them. Just been blocking all of them anyway, the ones that have been popping in. Yeah, nice one there, Steve. Yeah. Is there an opportunity here for Czechia? Oh, big save by the South Korea goalkeeper. It's a huge opportunity for Czechia inside the box. He miskicks it, but thankfully for Korea, the ball bobbles in front of him. Lee Kang-in, he's put an absolute shift in tonight. Big performance by the Paris Saint-Germain man. So 3 minutes left to go. There's a big opportunity here for South Korea. Just another wasted opportunity. I don't understand why South Korea aren't taking that ball into the corner. Because they're just leaving themselves perceptible for the counter-attack here now. You've got 3 minutes left on the clock. See the game out, lads. Oh, it's in behind here. Czechia on the byline. Ball in. And they've survived it here for now. And it's a goal kick for South Korea. Calm down now, lads. Slow down the game. Don't have to play at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's where you got to learn as a tournament. Of course, the new rules, they're trying to best not to waste time anyway, but what a big save by the South Korean goalkeeper. They haven't had many big opportunities. Czech Republic. But yeah, I don't know why I did it. That is Everest in all honesty, mate, but it's alright. Much appreciated, everyone, for tuning in tonight. As I say, I'll see you tomorrow, a bit later on today. We'll do a Liverpool show. I know we're doing World Cup content, but we'll do a Liverpool show on all the latest Liverpool transfer news and everything. But we got a minute and 15 seconds left in this game. Can South Korea just see this game out now? A minute left here. Come on, lads, see it out. Take your time. There we go. Oh, he's going to surely be getting a yellow card. He just blasted that ball up the other end of the pitch. 30 seconds left to go here. Just 5-10 yards over the halfway line here now for Czechia. They'll be probably sending the goalkeeper up at this point. 15 seconds left to go. Final ball into the penalty box for Czechia. Need to get it spot on. Fair enough. South Korea have defended with a very, very high line. They need to get this right. They've won the ball here. And there's going to be one last chance. I think there might be here for Czechia. No one's closing them down. Anyone going to close them down? It's still got it, Czechia. Well, South Korea. And that is full time. And that is a huge win for South Korea. Well done, lads. And they've put an absolute shift in. And they fully do deserve it. Chat. Fully do deserve it. A fantastic performance by South Korea tonight. To a man, they've been absolutely exceptional. A bit wasteful, certainly a bit wasteful in this game tonight, but yeah, a fantastic performance. And certainly do deserve all 3 points, South Korea. And that puts them on 3 points and Mexico on 3 points in Group A as well. So fair play to South Korea. A fantastic performance by them. Do we have, not at the minute, Everest, not at the minute, mate. Obviously, the transfer window isn't open just yet. But obviously, you can sign some agreements before the window's open anyway. But I think we'll speak about it a bit later anyway today. Looking like Yandy Amande probably will be one of the first names through the door, hopefully for Liverpool in a couple of weeks' time anyway, once the window's open. But obviously with the World Cup going on, probably will happen after the World Cup's finished. Because obviously I'm pretty sure the Ivory Coast teams won't be wanting to see any distractions really. But chat, don't be worrying. It is 2-1. I do apologise, everyone, for the I don't know why. Well, I do know why it wasn't coming on. Obviously, it just wasn't synced with the scoreboard, so that's my fault. So, yeah, whilst everyone was screaming in the comments, I do apologise, chat. Yeah, they did score goals. South Korea and Czechia did score. But everyone, look after yourselves. A massive thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be live a bit later on today as well, so keep an eye on the channel. And yeah, the next World Cup stream will be on Saturday. It'll be on Saturday, so massive thank you everyone for tuning in. You are new round to Anfield Road TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Yes, we are a Liverpool channel, but we love football. So Reds, thank you, Everest. Let's go through, shout out to everyone there as well. So Everest, nice one for that, bud, for jumping in. Steve, nice one, lad, as always. All ears. Big up there, Son. Big up there, Flynn as well. Don't worry, Flynn. It is 2-1. Kev as well. 2 good goals. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, chat. Massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in tonight, and even on everyone on the repeat. Massive thank you if you are watching on the repeat as well. But Reds and everyone, any South Korean fans, any obviously Czech fans, any Mexican fans, whoever. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, nearly the weekend. Enjoy it, everyone. And yeah, I'll see you on the next episode very, very soon. A bit later. Cheers, thank you.